There was one time when I said I come from Vietnam, people were like, "Oh wow, Vietnam! Where is it?" I pissed off a little bit, but I kept it cool. And instead of giving them a 30-minute speech about Vietnam, I cooked them pho, spring rolls, name a fried rice, cơm rang. They enjoyed it, and they told me Vietnamese food is the best. Now we love Vietnam. And did I mention those food were vegan? I didn't say vegan food is superfood that made my friends fall in love with Vietnam instantly. It's quite the opposite. Vegan food is just food. It must meet the basics. It has to be good. Well, a quick show of hands, anyone here who think that you can cook pretty well? No one. Okay. We're on the same boat. Um, I was not born a good cook. I was terrible. I was so clumsy. I dropped plates and bowls all the time that my parents even had to switch to the plastic ones. And when it came to doing the dishes in my family, I was the last option, let alone cooking, because I would either hurt or burn myself. It was not until 2013 when I decided to become a vegan because of the health reasons. I felt amazing and my chronic diseases had gone. But there was one problem. I had to cook for myself. Obviously, my mom didn't cook for me. She was terrified that I went vegan. She thought I would run away from home and become a nun somewhere. So at first, I just went on the internet and looked for random recipes. They turned out amazing. No, I'm kidding. They were horrible. And sorry, mom, you had to eat them. Even when I got a little better, I didn't know how to put together a good dish. I still had to depend on the recipes, and it took me years to figure out the principle of cooking. It's all about flavors. It turned out good food can be made from plant based ingredients as long as you combine the flavors. And we love pho, not just because of the meat. It's more about the aromatic broth coming from herbs and spices. Can you believe I use a cold pressed juice from the veggies to replace the bone broth? And it is incredible. Well, and again, vegan food is just food. Whenever I offer vegan food, I would omit the word vegan. Instead of saying, here's some vegan food, I'll say, here's some delicious food. And how to make delicious food is a secret that I'm going to share with you right now that you think that you can't cook, you can go home and make better food. So basically, there are 5 flavors. Think of them as 5 fingers on our hands. They're equally important and they support each other. First one, sweet. Do you know that most animals and human beings love sweet? Except for cats. That's why they are so grumpy. I mean, all the time. And think of sweet as a high note in a symphony. Without it, the music would be so daunting, the food would be so boring. So next time you cook, probably the braised dish or Vietnamese soup or stir fry, món kho, món canh, món xào, just add sweet. They will brighten your food. You will see a huge difference. I myself will go for healthier options like blackstrap molasses or unrefined rock sugar. The second one, sour. Just to think about it makes our mouth water. Acidity creates contrast and it can balance the other flavors, also fat and starchy food. Do you know how to make your sauce or dressing stand out? Just add acidity. It can be the tartness in the fruits. I'm in love with Vietnamese ingredients, so I go for tamarind or vinegar. And sour taste will create a very bold, tangy sensation, which can elevate your cooking skill and bring your food to the next level. Third one, bitter. You might think that you hate bitter, but you don't hate it that much. The bitterness coming from herbs and spices will add dimensions and personalities to your food. While cilantro is an exception. I was so surprised to learn that 20% of our population out there find the taste of cilantro just like soap. I belong to the 80%. I love it. You can add any herbs of your choice. The key here is not too much because it would either, yeah, not too much. Because it would either overpower the other flavors or the bitter taste will become obvious. Think of relationship. Bitterness is fine, but too much is a big no-no. The fourth one, salty. Salt brings food to life and it makes the food taste more like itself. Can you believe you can put a little salt in your smoothie and it can really boost the flavor? I love kind of more sophisticated kind of saltiness, so I'll put tamari and miso. They really add the depth of flavor. And one more trick, do not put all the salt at the beginning because it's really hard to fix over salty food. Hold it and put it at the end. The fifth one, many of you might think it's spicy, but it's not. It's umami, meaning deliciousness in Japanese. It is such a powerful flavor. It creates a mouthful feeling and contentment. It helps bring the other four flavors together and it makes the food complete. There's a misconception that umami can only be found in meat. That's simply not true. Umami is abundant in the plant world, such as tomato, peas, nutritional yeast, etc. And one food hack for all of you. You can actually make the mushroom seasoning powder at home. And this is such an umami bomb. Whenever you cook and you combine all the flavors together, the food will burst in your mouth. Our taste buds are stimulated and send signal to our brain saying, this food is good, feed me more. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? The flavors. But above all of them, there's one flavor I found out when I've been cooking for my family. Guess what? Love. That's why the food cooked by our moms, husbands, and wives seems to be better. My husband is nodding over there. That's why we should cook more at home. And you know what? You can expand the love to our environment. You, as a cook or a chef, you have the power to choose the ingredients that produce less carbon dioxide. That's the way you can show love to our Mother Earth. You know, just one day of cooking plant-based food, you can save 9 kilograms of carbon dioxide, 2.8 meters of forest, and 4,200 liters of water. It's incredible. So to end my talk, I challenge all of you to go home tonight to make the best food ever with flavors and love. Thank you.